I paid strangers on Fiverr to retouch my professional photography. I sent them this photo and told them, send me your best retouch. I chose editors with prices ranging from $5 all the way up to $250. So we got a great variety today. So let's take a look. Let's start with the $5 retouch. Love the message. Done. Check. If you need something, I will fix it. You can't get more concise than that. You gotta respect the guy. I mean, doesn't mess around here. He's like, listen, we're done here. This is the $5 order, and that's the before. That's the original. Oh, wow. Well, did he really change the collar of the shirt? Wow. And he like got rid of the zipper down here. That little bit of zipper over here. Do you guys notice that? This, he got rid of it in the $5 order. It's gone. He also got rid of this area here, but it was actually a part of the shirt. Like the shirt was meant to be like that. Before, after. He cleaned up the hair so well. That's so good. Flyaways are the bane of my existence. What does bane mean? They ruin everything. Flyaways are the absolute worst. I'd rather mop a floor, clean a bathroom, scrub a toilet than work on flyaways. Try to retouch that out. I'm gonna pass on that. He fixed this little area over here. If you notice, there was like a little road bump right there. He took that off. I like how he's so observant about the small details. He also cleaned up the hairline. Do you guys see this? Right here. I'll zoom in. Wow. And it looks so good. The hair, he cleaned up the hair like a pro. I love this. Skin retouching looks great. I mean, okay, look. It's not like dodge and burn by any means, but it still looks great. It looks very cleaned up. I like the fact that he still kept the texture. This is all for $5? He did so good. And he like kind of brightened up and color corrected the background as well. You see how the background kind of had like a blue tint to it? It's gone. I mean, overall, he killed it. He knocked it out of the park. Just a heads up that usually we would go back and forth when it comes to photographer and retoucher. If you're having your images edited, for this specific video, I'm not doing that. I just want to see what they came up with on their own. And I'm not holding it against them. I just want to see what they come up with. But usually, again, there would be revisions. Just keep that in mind. So this is just for fun in any case. Let's move on to the $12 order, shall we? Or it was $10. This website got me messed up. All the tax and the fees and everything. Can you just round it up? So this is before. This is after. Wow. So let's do one of these. Just a back and forth. So I can already tell a lot of the focus for this one is that skin retouching. If we zoom in here, it looks gorgeous. Beautiful job with the skin retouch. The coloring, the toning looks great, very subtle. If I was to do a revision, I would probably have her match the toning to the back, because now the back is like it's a bit more on the cooler side, and then her face is a little bit warmer. So those are things I would have had revised. So this editor said that she intentionally kept the stray hairs, which actually that is a preference. I sometimes do keep the stray hairs, don't mind them. So that's a before and that's after. So I think she did an incredible job. She also edited the eyes, made them pop out a lot more, but it's very subtle. So I do love this retouch. The focus for this one, the $10 one, seems to be the skin. The toning, I'm not too crazy about. Like, I don't hate it, but I would have loved to have seen maybe the background match a little bit more and be a bit on the warmer side. Overall, for $10 is pretty good. So now we're going to $50. The stakes are higher, right? What do they say? The stakes have been higher. We've risen the stakes. The stakes have risen up. We're rising the stakes. The stakes have been higher. I don't even know, something like that. Before, after. Okay. There have been a lot of changes here. The background is the most significant change that I'm seeing. And then also the skin. Okay. She really cleaned up that background. I'm kind of glad too, because sometimes a distracting background can take away from an image. So I do like the fact that she really cleaned up the background very well. Let's zoom in here. I mean, skin retouching looks good. It's looking a little patchy. Like right here, I would have probably had that smoothed out a little bit more. Right here, we still see some blemishes. So it's not like a thorough retouching in terms of the skin, but I mean, it was cleaned up. The skin was cleaned up, definitely. The eyes were made to be brighter. I can definitely see that. There is a little bit of a blue tint to the whites of the eyes, if you notice that. I really have no life. I grew up on my computer, so I definitely do. I ruin my eyesight looking at stuff like this. So skin retouch, it's not that great. I think that the $10 retouch in comparison was a lot cleaner, in my opinion. She did clean up this area over here, which we see a lot of flyaways. Now it's cleaned up and looks like this. So I think she did a great job with that. She did keep these stray hairs in, which I don't even mind, actually. I think it still looks great. She's really over here in construction, like removing the background. She took off this picture frame here. She removed this lamp. The focus on this one was the background and the distracting elements, which is very interesting. Now we're moving on to $100. Who's ready? This one's $100. This is before. What? What? Okay, wow, what? Did he like warp her head or something? The top of her head? I'm so confused right now. This looks like an album cover. What? I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty crazy. This is probably one of the craziest retouches. He got rid of the background and he's just like, I'm in construction too. Let's just demolish everything. Let's zoom in. Wow. Retouch A+, I have to say. The skin retouching, so good. I love the toning. He added a bit of contrast too. Eyes are popping out. But notice how I like the way that he kind of brightened up the whites of her eyes, but they don't look too blue. They don't have that hint of blue in them. He also took care of the flyaways. He took care of the background, the actual wall behind her. I just can't put my finger on if he did some kind of warping to her head shape. What do you guys think? Like, was he trying to make the photo more symmetrical? Because this area here looks like it was lifted a bit. Do you have Professor Layton's number? If you don't, you gotta get it right now. Find him on Facebook. We need answers right now. And we heard he's good at puzzles. Ugly backdrop, don't worry.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
How would they know?
They'll never know. He went all out for this edit. It's just interesting to see what each retoucher focuses on. So you can see here, focus was clearly on the background. He did not like the room that I shot in. He's like, Jessica, this is like, where were you? Prison? Let me put you in a studio real quick. So he put us in the studio. And here we are. Here we are. So now we're at the most expensive retouch at $250. He said he kept it natural and more true to the original photography, focusing on beauty and simplifying, really bringing out what's already there and background cleanup. So this is before, this is after. Wow. Okay, I really love the background cleanup for this one because you can still kind of see the hint of the wall. Like, it wasn't completely taken out. And it's still, like, one revision I will make is for the background to show through a bit more. I think that's my one thing. Do you guys notice all the little changes that have been made? That's pretty incredible. Okay, so this piece right here, over here, and right here was modified just a bit. And then this area was taken out, that background, some of the background. The picture frame didn't stand a chance. It's gone. Goodbye. The lamp is gone. So if you guys notice, the hairline was also cleaned up. The flyaways are gone. It looks great. It looks very clean, polished. And I just have to say the skin retouch, as I expected, is phenomenal. Very subtle, very natural looking. It still looks like her real skin. It's cleaned up. This to me looks like magazine retouching. He also retouched this part of her shirt out, but then added in that shadow so it looks more natural. He really transformed the lighting conditions in this photo because it wasn't taken in the best type of light. It was indoors, kind of dark. I really love how he color corrected this. He added a bit of warmth to the photo. He popped out her eyes, and I think he did a great job. So those are all the edits. Let me know which one was your favorite. And if you want to see another Fiverr video, thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you to all the editors who spent the time to work on my picture. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.